All right. Let's see if we can get this rolling here. Pin this down. All right, let's see. All things Stellar. Yep, that's what we're talking about here. All right, let's refresh this. Let's see if we can get this rolling here. All right. All things Stellar. Yep, that's what we're talking about here. Alright. Here we go. I wish there was a Stellar AI trading bot system. I mean, isn't most of what the trading that's going on now bots anyways, right? I mean, isn't that kind of what most is, or not bots, but algorithms at least? I mean, yeah, I think that's kind of what it's all been. So, yeah, no, yeah, I get you. So here we go. We are going to start talking about Stellar, and the big thing that I want to get to is this. Yes, a little hidden nugget for everyone out there. And where did I find it earlier? Hold on a second. This gets good because I found it earlier. And I'm going to find it again. And it talks about, yep, here we go. Protocol 18, which enables the creation of automated market makers on Stellar, is coming. If you develop on Stellar, you need to install up-to-date versions. Yes, we get that, but check it out. Here is the date right here, November 3rd, network upgrade vote. So my thinking is this, that we might have more activity by that November 3rd date. The last time we actually had a vote on the protocol, it did bring an increase of price. It wasn't a big one, and it didn't last long, but it did bring one. So I'm kind of wondering now if with this November 3rd one, if we're going to get that as well. So really kind of interested to see what this is. Actually, let's just kind of click on this, and actually, let's not click on that. How about that? So yeah, we're going to leave this up on the screen right now because I want to keep talking about this Stellar automated market makers on Protocol 18. All right, so in addition to that, the other thing I wanted to look at is what pricing has done here over the last few days. And it has been quite a bull run for Stellar. What are some of the things that I'm looking forward to? The big thing is it's going to be some resistance points here, right? Just look at near term, right? We're going to keep this real easy. We're going to keep it on the mountaintops. Not a big deal. But what we're going to do here is we're going to look at the prices of Stellar and where we have seen just some general resistance points. So let's take a look at that. And actually, let's go to the candles real quick. And let's zoom out just a little bit. So you can see there's, I mean, quite a bit of a run, right? I mean, once you get past that 42 point, you can see it at 2 points here on the screen, 42, 43 cents. There was quite a bit. You can see it here as well as here as the two most recent resistance points. So what we're looking at right now is we have two resistance points at that 42, 43, 44 cents. And then again, we had that huge fall off, right? So again, that 42, 43 is what we're looking at. From 42 to 43, there are not many owners in there of recent memory. Because remember, Stellar, the average ownership is just less than 3 weeks of total ownership time. So really impressive to see. All right. So anyone else here hanging out with us today. We're just doing an impromptu live stream. Yep, talking about Stellar. If you're on, say hello. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you got. And I do have my feedback system set up. Got the studio set up, so I am good. So yeah, let me know what you got. Let's see, how is it going? Stellar pricing action, hanging out in the house right now. Just wanted to talk about Stellar today, nothing more. So yep, let's stick with that Stellar news. You know, the other interesting thing that I found on Stellar was our banking capability, Stellar and Tala. Okay, see, so there's stuff continuously being launched and loaded. Any news, Stellar decentralized finance? Well, yes, we just had one show up right now. And again, its investment through Enterprise Fund will support Tala's product expansion as the Tala team builds out digital banking capabilities. This just came out 36 minutes ago. And what's important about that is Visa, Tala, Stellar, right? The whole premise behind Tala and Visa working together is to give cryptocurrency opportunities to those that use cash banking, okay? And by cash banking, think of a lot of people, they use cash-based debit cards or cash-funded debit cards, right? Prepaid debit cards. So this would allow users to take their fiat currency and convert it into a crypto and, you know, kind of prepay their currency, purchase the crypto on their card. Very similar to Green Dot, except for where Green Dot was a cash-based system. This is going to be crypto-based, but using fiat to supply that initial funding. So that is the big one right now that is happening with Tala, Visa, and Stellar. That is the big one. All right. So other than this, what other news is happening? Well, you guys are going to laugh at this one because 23 hours ago, yes, 23 hours ago, it says, today we announced the launch of Stellar Next Gen to accelerate blockchain education and prepare students and builders of next gen solutions. All right, so check this out. Here we go. This was 23 hours ago. Yes, 23 hours ago. And no, I have not heard anything about a Stellar ATM. When I was in Vegas, though, I did see a whole bunch of Bitcoin-based ATMs. They were all over the place out there. So I would assume that with Stellar and their programs, that you're probably going to see that here soon. And actually, we got to find out who's going to be actually Acoin City, right? Acon City, where they use the Acoin. That would probably be the place where you're going to see those Stellar ATMs launched. I mean, in droves, because that's how their whole economy is being based. It's going to be based off of the Stellar protocol. So no, but I guess 402. No, I haven't heard anything about a Stellar ATM just yet. But getting back to that story, right? 23 hours ago, Stellar launching next-gen blockchain education support to colleges. The funny thing about that, right? You guys are going to love this. The funny thing about that is I broke that story now more than a day ago. Yep, broke it more than a day ago. Check this out. This video is now 1 day and 22 hours old. So yes, we are beating even the news feed of Stellar. Yep, check that out. Yep, we are beating the news feed of Stellar on this channel. So if you wonder how dedicated we are to Stellar, their projects, crypto, all that fun stuff, well, guess what? We must be doing pretty good if we're beating them at their press release launches. And if you're curious in finding out on where you can find some of the Stellar news, hit me up in the comments. I'll show you a whole bunch of cool sources on where you can find Stellar stuff. And no problem, dude, totally no problem. If you see something too, I don't want to mispronounce your names, Bodiasis 402. So, dude, if I'm saying it wrong, totally apologize. My name gets butchered all the time, so I feel you. But if you find something too, just comment on one of my videos. Let me know. I'm super active with the community out there. Let me know if you find any ATMs where you can exchange Stellar like that. You know what, though? I got to say, there in my hometown, and I'm going to have to look, okay, because now you got me wondering, is in my hometown, there's a crypto ATM, and the only thing is I've never gone to it. I probably should, but I've never seen what you can purchase there through this ATM. I'm going to have to check it out, though, because now you've got me really wondering, what's possible with this. And I cannot talk and type. So, yep, if you are just joining the stream right now, hello to you. Hopefully you are liking it. I've got a few things to set up on the screen right now. We're just going over some Stellar news. If you have a question, if you have a comment, put it in the chats. Totally awesome to hear. Love seeing the chats. Love the interaction with the fans. So, yes, one of the big things that we have been talking about here with Stellar recently has been the Protocol 18. And again, if you have missed the stream so far, what we talked about is the huge news with the release of the date regarding Protocol 18, okay? And I've got it up there on the screen right now. November 3rd is the date for the network upgrade vote. So there might be some buying, selling, profit-taking opportunities at and around that November 3rd timeline, right? The last time they had a protocol update, there was some volatility and there was some money-making opportunities there. So keep that in your horizon, or your trading horizon, that November 3rd, right around that date, November 3rd, there's probably going to be some Stellar action going on. So yes, we got a few people now in the stream watching. What's up, guys? It is Klaus, Family Hobbies and Cards. We are hanging out here today in the studio. I'm going to move the laptop so I get a little bit more mood lighting on myself because, hey, why not, right? So let's move this a little bit, allow a little bit better mood lighting. Let me know what you guys think. All right. We have HKIS, also interested in Stellar DeFi. All right. Let's see. Anything in particular? Let's see. Because with Stellar, we can cover everything from Protocol 18 goodies to we can cover where to find Stellar news. We could talk about Stellar pricing and the opportunities. You name it, we can talk about it here on the Stellar channel. We have, yes, over 200 videos on this channel, with most of them being crypto-based videos. There's some fun stuff in there, so check out the fun stuff too. But yeah, we got crypto stuff. But yeah, let's take a real quick look here. Let's actually zoom in the last 5 days here and see what has happened, okay? And what I'm looking at right now, looking at on the screen right here, is I'm looking at the current resistance, right? And I'm talking about current. Current is in recent time structure, all right? So let's talk about now that pricing, right? You can see two ceiling points at near 38 cents. So let's just keep that in mind for the near term, that there has been resistance near that 38 cent mark. All right, it says, I'm being advised by XLM under 60, okay, so 65 cents. So Sam's got a question. All right, here we go. So yes, in terms of now crypto and your buy target under 65. Dude, at 65 cents, all right, Sam? So Sam, you had that question, man. At 65 cents, you have tons of opportunities in order to make that happen. Take a look at all the opportunities, right? So this right here, I've got it up on the screen right now. That is your 65 cent level, right? Right up there on the screen. Look at how few opportunities there were above 65, right? So, hey, if you want to be greedy and sell above 65, right, there's few opportunities. But you said buying opportunities under 65 cents. Okay, so with it at night, half of that right now, you have got plenty of opportunity to buy under that 65 cents. To be honest with you, I am only accumulating sub 30s. I'm kidding you not. That is my only thing that I am accumulating Stellar right now. It is sub 30s. All my buy orders are exactly for that. And I set them up weekly and actually give myself like a weekly amount to invest. But I have those price targets set at under 30. So if something happens, I hit it. And so, like, let's pretend that, for a week or two, the price never goes under 30. Well, the amount of money that I keep putting in to buy for Stellar keeps growing. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. So that pool of money will grow. So for a few weeks, it never gets below 30. My pool of money will just keep growing and growing. And then when it does get under 30, that order will happen, and I will have that purchase strike hit under 30. So, yeah. So, Sam, hopefully that helps you out. 65, like I said, you got plenty of time, man. You should shoot much, much more aggressively with your buy targets, right? Much more aggressive. I know a lot of people right now are trying to squeeze between 30, 28 cents is where they're trying to make their hits. Again, the only way you're going to do it is if you have automatic orders in, because when those flashes hit, they happen very, very fast. All right. So, Stellar, Central. I keep hearing about the real crash of the markets. I'm waiting on this. All right. All right. So now, okay. So Bodegas 402 said, I keep hearing about the real crash of the markets, and I'm waiting on this. Dude, I have been waiting on this now since like right after the Rona started. Okay. There have been. It's just been so polarizing, okay, as investors out there. You know how many people we've heard that said in March last year, the market's going to crash even worse. April, it's even worse. May, even worse. And then remember when the rally happened, and we're talking like late summer, and, things started looking better last year. Oh, no, the market's going to crash again. It never did. There's a lot of bears out there. Remember, the bears make the money on the way down. Bulls make it on the way up. Traders make it, yes, both ways. All right. But what I'm trying to say, though, is that there's always a group of people out there that are thinking crash, crash, crash. Just like there's always people out there that are going to be thinking glass half empty, being pessimistic regarding stuff. So when you think about it, the crash, I think what they're trying to say is that prices are maybe a bit inflated right now, right? Prices are a little high, so let's not talk crash, let's talk correction, okay? And remember, a lot of these corrections turn into these mini crashes because there are so many automated orders put in. So, I don't know. In terms of something that's going to create it, I really don't see it because the fundamentals are there's still so much liquidity in the market right now that a lot of the stimulus money still hasn't made it to the end user. So, I don't know. There's still a lot of liquidity out there. I'm still worried more on the inflation play as a long term. All right. All right, so we got HKIS saying, I buy moving alts like Shibu, then cash out profits and accumulate XLM. HKIS, dude, that is the right thing to do. I actually do that with District. I did that quite a few times with District. I hit District hard this year. District 0x, I have been trading that. I traded that hard, and I have turned every one of those profits into XLM and a couple other cryptos that I have been holding into. So yes, good strategy right there, HKIS. Love it. Sam, yep, new to cryptos, dude. Hey, I'm glad you're new. I'm glad you found a fun channel to hang out with. You are welcome to ask any question. I have been trading in, almost like 20 years now. I started back in the .com eras, so I remember the late 90s, early 2000s where people got their butts handed to them. And I remember the hype and the hysteria. And so I've been trading for a while. So, dude, we're always learning, man. So don't feel bad about being new. We're always learning, even myself, especially with crypto and how fast crypto trades. It's just, it's a learning experience for all of us. So I'm glad you are on board. So, Boat, I can't even say your name, so I'm just going to say Boda402, all right, man? Boda402 says, yes, inflations and food prices, could this cause a big pump? We know inflation's here, all right? All of us that are watching this right now know that inflation is here. Now, the reports that the government uses, all right, and this is within the United States, and actually a lot of World Reporting uses similar stats, but right now the reports they're showing are like, oh, inflation isn't too bad. That's because their reports don't have housing, their reports don't have fuel prices or food prices mixed in, okay? And we all seen housing prices shot up, 30%? Food prices. Go to the grocery store now. Oh my gosh, my wife and I were just out shopping a couple weeks ago, and I kid you not, we spent $100 and there weren't that many bags. It wasn't there anymore. Everything has gone up in price. Veggies have gone up like 30-something%. It's crazy. It's nuts to see. You're seeing it across the board. In housing prices, yes, housing prices have been nuts as well. In the area where I'm at, we have seen 50-60% increase in housing costs out by us, and that's for buying. Renting has gone up about 20% out by me. So I mean, yeah, cost of living is huge, and there is going to be a huge problem because there's inflation. I mean, inflation is happening all over. It's just the government doesn't want to say anything about it because they still want to seem as if they are in control of what's happening financially to all of us. So there you go. That was my little rant. Let me get a little bit of a drink here because I'm still a little hoarse. So yes, that is the inflation talk. So yes, with Stellar, if you're just catching on now, what we were talking about here is when to get in, what your price and buy targets are. And like I said, I really like hitting that 30 mark and below 30. Okay, I really like hitting that. So for me, below 30, you could see I've had quite a few opportunities here at below 30. And when I did, I accumulated cash during these periods and then struck when it hit under 30. All right. Let's see. So Adam Silvas chimes in. I tried to buy FFTS on Lightmind with XLM, and there are way too many steps for it to be appealing to the masses. Adam, yes, right? That is one of my concerns, is that if things aren't easy, people aren't going to use them. And I think that's why earlier in the stream we were talking about this, and we were talking about XLM ATMs, and how Visa and Tala are bringing cryptocurrency to cash-based societies out there. And I think you're right. I think if things are too complicated, people will get lost in that. I think people are we're lazy as a society as a whole, right? I mean, we really are. And so if things aren't easy, we're not going to do it. Now, that being said, let's be honest here. Most of the people in this blockchain technology community, these are people that have high amounts of technical knowledge, but they don't necessarily have all the business knowledge yet. That business knowledge is going to come after a few bumps and bruises of growth problems in their early onset. I have no doubt that version 2.0 of all of this, as we evolve over the next couple of years, we're going to iron out all those wrinkles and make it more appealing to the masses. All right. XRP versus Stellar took over the money shit. XRP versus Stellar took over the partnership with MoneyGram. And what about central bank digital currencies? Most want Stellar. Yes, most do want Stellar. I think a lot of them are waiting for how the project with the Ukraine rolls out. I think that really is going to be a big one, because with that, right, with that central bank digital currency, that is scale. Right? And I think people are waiting to see, right? Governments are waiting to see, how does this work in scale to make sure that we don't screw things up, right? Imagine, if you would, switching from a cash-based society to now like a crypto-based society. Imagine if there was a hiccup, what would happen to the confidence, right? Where before, oh, dude, I got the perfect story for you. So I went to the White Sox game, right? I went to Game 3 of the ALDS, right? And it was the first inning. And there was like no data on phones because everyone was using it. And my wife and I wanted to get some drinks. Hey, who doesn't, So we go, and we were sitting in the stands, and the dude came by, and it's card only. There's no cash at these games, right? So we're hanging out, and we want to buy some beer, and guess what? We can't. Why? Because the card machines didn't work. Yeah, the card machines did not work. So because of that, right, we couldn't buy beer. And that's what I'm trying to say, is if you make the changes too quickly and too abruptly, change affects people. They don't take it well. So I really do believe that we're going to have to see that, I guess, done correctly. So yes, the partnership with MoneyGram has been big. I like seeing it. I also believe that we, as much as possible, can see more integration with Stellar and these cash-based societies. So, okay, let's start it off with MoneyGram, and let's start off with cash-based societies, right? You guys are always hearing me bug about that, okay? Always hearing me bug about that. So let's go to my files here and let's find my clip arts, okay? Because in my clip arts, I have 2 pictures that I want to show you, all right? So now you're getting a background look of all the goodies that I use on this channel. Okay, so this is a map, actually not a map, it's more of a chart, of cash and non-cash based societies. Cash is in blue and orange is in non-cash. And this is for transactions, okay? So what you can see right now is that where Stellar is focusing a lot of their growth is Latin America, Asia Pacific Emerging, and Africa. All places, right, that have very, very high utilization of cash. And why that's important is because that is a forgotten about economy, okay? In the global scheme of things, right, with Stellar being, you know, just honestly the best choice for cross-border payments. Hey, bud, you gotta be quiet. Sorry, my dog's back there licking himself, making a bunch of noises. But, right, with Stellar being the premier person, the reason they're the premier person is because of things like MoneyGram, okay? MoneyGram, people have to take money, right? They work outside of their country and they send their money back home, right? They use services like MoneyGram, Western Union, and it costs them a ton of money. I can't even tell you, it costs them a ton of money to send this back. I did a video on this, and I can tell you through my research, the average fee that someone has to pay using these money transfer services, Western Union, MoneyGram, is anywhere between 7 and 14%. Yep, 7 and 14%. So that means that if we have someone who's working away from their family, which is already sad to begin with, right, because there's no opportunities in their country, they're working away from home, so they make $100, anywhere from $7 to $14 of that goes to MoneyGram fees or money transfer fees. That's crazy. And so who's the end recipient of that money, right? It's the husband or the wife, the kids who are back home, right? The family that needs it, the grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, you guys name it. You know what I mean? Huge, huge, huge. So what's interesting about this, though, is that those societies have been forgotten about in the global scheme of things, right? Facebook doesn't care about you if you don't have internet. Financial systems don't care about you if you're not, yep, guess what, a card-based society. And that's why I leave this representation up on a lot of my videos, because I really want to, Kenobi, hey, stop, bud. I really want to show everyone out there what Stellar is being used for and where these opportunities lie. So, yeah, huge, huge opportunity for MoneyGram in Stellar. Hello to everyone. If you're just hopping on, say hello, hit the chat, hang out with us, right? Let us know what's going on. Let us know that you're here. We're talking about Stellar. We're talking about MoneyGram. We're talking about pricing, entry points, sell points. I also got my doggies with me. You can hear them screwing around with me in the background. Come on, guys, stop. Yeah, anything Stellar, you put it down there. We will bring it up. Right now, stop, sweetie. Right now we're talking about Stellar and MoneyGram and why it is important. And the reason it is important is because of the fees people are paying in remittances. So now here's a cool stat for you, okay? Hey, if you guys aren't good, you're going to get out of here. You understand? No, go. Get out. Get out. You're not being good. So with Stellar and MoneyGram, okay, what's really, hold on, I got to put the dogs out because they're going to start fighting. Come on, guys, go outside. Go, 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 go. The big one stays in here. No, bud, you stay. Come on. You stay, big guy. You're okay. All right. Sorry about that. So anyways, the big thing with MoneyGram and with remittances, all right, I did a bunch of research regarding El Salvador and Bitcoin, okay? And what was really interesting about the El Salvador and Bitcoin thing was that 20% of El Salvador's economy is remittances, which means it's money that was earned outside of their country sent back home, right? So one of the parents left, they went, they're sending money back home. That is 20% of their economy. So now 20% of their economy now is being taxed at a rate of 7 to 14%. Yep, 7 to 14%. So where Stellar comes in is with their 0.00001 lumens fee. more of the money is going to the family, the kids, the husband and wives, the aunts, the uncles, those who are back at home where, they need the money. So yeah, huge opportunity with Stellar and MoneyGram. If you want more information about that, hit me up. I will gladly talk more about that. What's up on the screen right now is cash, non-cash based societies. Gonna leave that up here. Really cool thing. If you want some of these things, let me know. I can always email you the graphics, tell you where I got the stuff. Not a big deal. So we got BitRich Holder Johns. Hi, just wanted to say thanks for all the info and taking questions on XLM, XRP. They're going after different areas in banking, XRP backend, XLM front end. XLM is more directed to retail. Yes. All right. Okay. I kind of like how XLM costs less than algo. Add XRP. It makes XLM the last chance to get on board before the train leaves the station. XLM is going to beat it. Yeah, is the beat opponent for the best price point. You know what? Adam, you are right on that. Okay, so BitRich Holder Johns. All right, man. Let's look. I want you to look at XLM this way, okay? XLM, it's the best use is peer-to-peer transactions. That is where you're going to see XLM in the future propel the price beyond anything we have seen, okay? And the reason I say this is because peer-to-peer transactions happen so often, okay? I did a thing where Bitcoin right now is limited to X transactions per second. I can't remember what it was offhand. I did a video on it, but it was something crazy where Bitcoin cannot handle the volume that it needs to be used as a retail or peer-to-peer style token. Now that being said, XLM, we're talking many more transactions. Visa can handle many more transactions, and that's why Visa and XLM got together so that they can tackle scalability for these peer-to-peer transactions, because that is where the big growth is. Adam Silva says, I kind of like how XLM costs less than algo. Yeah, I read that one. I know. No, you're right, dude. You are talking about opportunity, and I'm glad you brought that up because I did a video recently about that. As XLM is one of the laggards in the market, and being that they are a laggard in the market, the flip side of that is there's more opportunity to the upside in their pricing, and I think that's something that's super important to look at. But I'm going to be fair here, and you know what? Let's switch up graphics here because we got to be fair, right? And so now let's go to XLM, all right? And let's go to year to date, all right? And let's switch this. Let's go to the mountain. I think you guys know where I'm going with this, all right? And so now what we want to do, though, right, is we want to compare if we purchased XLM or Bitcoin, all right? You guys are going to freak out when you see this one, all right? So this is what we're pretending, okay? We're pretending, all right? Because this is what we're talking about. This is the opportunity with XLM being a laggard, okay? So, Adam, this one is for you, all right, man? This one is totally for you, okay? So here we go. This is if you were to buy XLM and Bitcoin at the beginning of this year, okay, at January 1st. What would have made you more money, okay? And this talks about laggards and opportunities. At the beginning of the year, if you would have purchased Bitcoin and XLM would have earned you 177% on your returns versus 94% on Bitcoin. Now, that being said, though, XLM against others, though, have been laggards. And let's do another comparison here. Let's compare XRP. Let's compare XRP and see what happens. See what I mean? And this is exactly what you are talking about, Adam, okay? Is that XRP has blown XLM out of the water, and so have other cryptos, making XLM a cheaper, more affordable, more growth opportunity out there. So no, if you are just new to Stellar XLM trading, the train hasn't left the station yet. There is still plenty of time to make some killer deals to really rake in some good long-term gains. BitRich Holder Johns, you are spot on. Thanks for breaking these things down and explaining them more in a layman's terms. Dude, no problem at all. I like doing it. I love this kind of stuff. The channel is based on my hobbies, and finance is one of my big hobbies, and a lot of it has to do with my business background, and my manufacturing background, my overall employment background. But I love doing this. I've traded since I was 18 when my parents opened up an account for me because I was 18. But yeah, I've been into this for a long time. Really like it. So that's why I have family hobbies and cars, because I love cars, I love finance, I love all this stuff. But let's get down to it, right? So we got some comparisons. So we got XRP. Let's compare Ethereum, because I think that might be an interesting one too. So let's try what Ethereum looks like here. Okay, so yeah, right. XLM is in the blue. So again, if you would have invested January 1st in XLM, XRP, and Ethereum, what would have made you the most money? It would have been the Ethereum. Ethereum up 417%, XRP 375%, and Stellar 177%. So interesting to see here. The laggards, Stellar is a laggard. There are more opportunities for Stellar growth in the future. So any non-financial retailers using XLM, any good retail POS using XLM? I'm assuming that the biggest chunk we're gonna see regarding XLM, because I did look this up before, and I could not find much on it. And the reason I couldn't, I kid you not, I bet you it's hidden in search engines. Because when you look at search engine optimization, Bitcoin searches overpower XLM. So if you're looking for cryptocurrency ATM information, you're going to get enamored with Bitcoin stuff, and all the other altcoins are going to be found underneath. But any financial retailers using XLM, what you're going to see first, right? The first, not revision, but the first version of this is going to be coming out of Ukraine. Because remember, Ukraine now has had a bond with Stellar for several years. In fact, did you guys know that Stellar is on their banking board? Yeah, Stellar is on Ukraine's banking board. So I want you to think about scale. When a whole country, XLM, Stellar Network, think about that one. All right, and again, everyone, thank you so much for hopping on live stream. We're going to still go. My voice is a little jacked up from going to the White Sox game. Super fun to go. But yeah, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep talking about Stellar. Do you know where to find the list of XLM wallet holders? That was on, I think, the XLM wallet holders. You have to go. Oh crap! I'm trying to think of where it is. Look on their main page, and I think in the dashboard. I think if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see it. There's a list, and I think wallets is one of those tabs. So go on the main Stellar page, not their Twitter page, but their actual Stellar page, and look at the bottom. I believe that's where you can find out for the wallet holders. Any other questions you guys got out there? Put them in the comments, in the chat box. Put them in the chat box. Drop a dime in the beer mug. Hang out with us. Have some fun. So yes, Stellar as an opportunity, it is. It's been a real laggard, and in fact, what we can also see too here is even over a short-term time period, right? Short-term time period, it is still a laggard. All right. HK says Ukraine using actual Stellar network or their own clone. They're going to be using the Stellar network, but issuing a central bank currency on it. Okay. So again, every transaction that happens would be 0.0001 lumens used, right? So the lumens end up being the backbone fee structure for those transactions. But what I want you to think about is how many transactions would that be? Right? I mean, I want you to think of a fast food place, retail stores, grocery stores. Think of how often these cards are swiped, right? And ever since the Rona happened and all this stuff went crazy, with all the coronavirus crap, cash it's been harder and harder to use, right? I couldn't even use cash at a baseball game. I've gone to several games this year at different stadiums, and I haven't been able to use cash anywhere. So, yeah. The scale utilization, it's going to come. So just imagine, replace all those transactions of cash in those cash-based societies, right? We talked about that, right? Take all these transactions you're seeing here in Latin America that are cash and convert them over to card, right? That's where Stellar is going to be huge, because that scale is when it's going to benefit all of us. All right. And HGS says other countries are developing clones of Stellar for the CDC. Yeah, other countries are, and I think a lot of it is they're trying to do it with their own infrastructure and their own oomph. The only problem with that, though, is you got to remember, these countries, if they do it on their own, they're wasting their time. That is why it is so important for countries to team up with your Stellars and so forth, because Stellar's already been working on this now for the last 3 or 4 years. They've already worked out all of these kinks. All right. It says, HK says, are you involved with XLM retail system development? No, I am not related or involved with XLM retail system development. Give me 1 second. I'm going to open up the window real quick. It is getting hot in here with all the studio lights and cameras and monitors. I got like 3 monitors on me right now. Give me a second. I'm going to open up the window quick. I am still here. Don't worry. Opening up the window. It is just really toasty in here. Yep, so nope, I have not left you guys. I'm just opening up the window, getting some airflow. The dogs were fighting earlier, so I'm going to open up the door. Hopefully they're nice. It just gets real hot in here with all these studio lights and so forth, so sorry about that. All right, so there we go. What I got up on the screen right now, if you are just joining us, is the chart for cash versus non-cash payments, right? Global payments, what proportion of these payments are cash versus non-cash? And what we've been talking about is how Stellar has been going after those non-cash based societies. They have been going over the right places in order to make Stellar Lumens grow. So yes, great questions from everyone. Again, if you're just hopping on, say hello. I don't mind. I'll give you a shout out. I like it. I'm having fun right now. So anything else that you guys want to talk specifically about with Stellar? Or do you want to learn where do we get the news from Stellar and so forth? That is something you should learn. Okay, one of the best news sources, and I'm going to share this with you guys, is newsnow.com. Okay, so go to newsnow. Right? .com. Go to newsnow.com, right? When you go up to the top, type in Stellar, all right? So you type in Stellar, it's going to come under. Make sure you click the one that says business and cryptocurrencies, all right? When you go on that, you will find all of these stories here related to Stellar. So again, you name it, and it's all done by time. Great resource to use. So if you are traveling on the road, right, good resource for you to have, right? Just be careful, though, because some of these videos, and actually some of these articles on here, they are a little bit biased. There are some bears that run around in here, but there's also some bull articles in here, too. But really look at it. Cool resource for you. The other good resource, if you want Stellar news, is Stellar's Twitter feed. They are really good in posting stuff on their Twitter feed. Very active. And speaking of their Twitter feed, all right, you are going to enjoy this one. Remember, right, Stellar, this is 23 hours ago. I've got this up on Twitter right now. Stellar, 23 hours ago, announcing the launch of Stellar Next Gen to accelerate blockchain education and prepare students and builders of the next generation of this technology. This story was released 23 hours ago on Stellar's Twitter. 23 hours ago, this was released on Stellar's Twitter. Oh, but I did the same thing. My video was now released 1 day and 21 hours ago. So I am beating them by their own game by 1 day with the news. If you wonder where I'm getting the news, I can't tell all of my sources, but keep up with the channel. You'll figure it out. All right, Favorite Holder Johns, what is your take on Jed Matt Caleb and how he wasn't really held accountable for the whole, not being held accountable? Let's be honest here. We all know, if you're watching this, right, you're probably similar to me and, pretty level-headed and whatnot. All of you out there know, there's no way in hell any of us could do what half of these people do out there and get away with it. Right? I don't care if we're talking Epstein's. I don't care if you're talking about what Gruden did. If we did what Gruden did, we would be done. I mean, the hammer would be dropped down on us. It wouldn't just be I could quit my job. No, it would be, you are fired. Get the out of here. I mean, it's crazy. So basically, the fact that they're not held accountable, what bothers me about that is it still shows that money gets away with it, right? There's nothing different about crypto and blockchain technology. It is still a situation where money rules the world. So, yeah, a little bummed about that. I mean, whatever, right? I mean, what can you do about that kind of stuff? So, whatever. Yeah. So that's my take on it. But yes, again, getting back to that Stellar information, honestly, their Twitter page has got lots of good information. As well as if you go to News Now and type in Stellar at the top up here, you will then get lots and lots of juicy bits for you regarding Stellar. And again, hello to anyone out there that just joined us. We have been hanging out here, got a lot of good questions from people up in the comments, lots of good detail. If you have a question, type it in the chat. Let me know. I will talk about it. I will break it down. Even technical stuff, I don't mind breaking it down at all either. Let me know what you want me to cover, and I will gladly do it. All right. So now one of the other things, and let's take a quick look at pricing here. And again, if you missed this illustration regarding Ethereum and XRP, message me in the chat, and I will gladly let you know. Okay, so again, let's talk about pricing and buying opportunities. My thing out there is I have been buying sub 30. That has been my thing. I have been buying sub 30. So for the last couple weeks, I have obviously not been buying because I've really been holding off on buying sub 30s. I've been buying during the flash crashes and really taking advantage of that. All right. Adam Silvas. Dude, Adam, great question, man. Really great question. And Adam says, what do you think about the theory that XLM's price point is being suppressed by big banks until SEC clarity? Okay. I wholeheartedly agree. I swear to you, I totally agree. And here's why, okay? I want you to think about this, right? Right now, I think the stat I heard yesterday was like 30% of all the money in the world was printed in the last year and a half. So that's a huge inflationary concern, right? We already talked about home prices, fuel, food, housing, you name it, through the roof. Inflation is really messing us up now. We all know about that, right? So if inflation is so bad, can anyone tell me here why the price of gold, and I'm going to open this up on a new one, why the price of gold is this low compared to last year? This makes no sense whatsoever, okay? So in terms of XLM's price point being held down by big banks, yeah, I think you're totally right. A lot of people associate XLM with XRP, all right? And it has to do with the chain and is split from the chain, okay? Investors will not want to buy into something if there is a risk of a lawsuit. And investors are kind of wondering, well, wait a minute, are they going to go after XLM next after they go after... No, that's not how this is going to work. It was a different situation, different scenario. But a lot of people think that, and a lot of investors think that too. Now, that being said, what I can tell you is I totally believe that people out there, all right, and real shout out to BitRich Holder Johns. Really enjoyed your channel. Have a great day, all. Thank you, BitRich, for joining. Thank you for hanging out with us. And so, Adam, getting back to about price suppression, I really believe that that is the key. We know that market makers hold down prices to let places accumulate, and this is in the equities market. So why wouldn't they do that in the crypto market as well? I really believe that we're seeing this in the crypto market as well. It's part of the interesting way, right, that our market functions. I mean, I don't want to say like it's manipulation, but come on. Like when we see these crashes, they're so extreme, and a lot of it's just algorithm-based trading. So it's just But no, you're right on. I do believe it's being held down. All right, it's being held down by SDF distributing the XLM supply. There's still 50% left. SDF is able to redistribute these funds for a whole bunch of different uses, okay? They do everything for educational integration to business startups to now kind of a venture capital loan system that they're working with their matching funds. They're doing a $500,000 matching funds project for any one that is going to use Stellar for its intended purpose. But yeah, the other thing I think about too is I think a lot of pricing information has to do with how is it in its current news cycle, right? I mean, the news moves things out there, right? When Facebook shut down for however long it was, right, almost the day or whatever, their price tanked. I mean, was their company really worth 20-30% less? No, not even close. Not even close. Was it worth 10% less? No, not even close. It's a glitch. It's a one-day glitch. But because it was a news cycle item, people hit it, and they hit it really hard, and you saw what happened after that price-wise. Huge overreaction regarding it. No, don't get me wrong. I hate Facebook, okay? Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, he can go F off. But in terms of you saw what happened pricing-wise, once it was in that news cycle and that negative cycle, pricing killed it. When things are on that news cycle in the positive way, shoots up. So, IYO, yes, I'm with you on that with SDF being able to distribute the XLM supply. There are still many more lumens left to be distributed. So yes, as the topic states, this is all things Stellar. If you are just hopping on right now, thank you again for hopping on and watching the channel. I encourage you to check out some of our other videos, check out our other content. Let me know what you think. I'm trying to improve the channel. The other thing I wanted to go over too right now, okay, and if I could get everyone to do this, and I should leave this up here, right? Let me do that. Let's leave this up here. I want to make sure that everyone goes to the community tab. So if you could, please go to the community tab and check this one out, okay? And I've got it up on the screen right now. As I chill outside, replying to your comments, curiosity struck me, how often should I post videos? So if you could, please go check out that post, vote on there, let me know your thoughts. I want to make sure that I tailor this content to you, the viewer out there. Yes, 25 billion. So you know what's weird about that, IYO, is even after they burned half the amount, there's still a bunch of coins out there. So kind of something interesting to see. It's just something where we're going to have to see how scale plays into this, and that's where the Visa-Tala partnership really plays big into Stellar XLM's future. Alright, so again, hit it up there, let me know, vote on this, I'll leave it up on the screen for a little bit. Super excited. I'm going to put this up in the comments. Hit up the community tab and vote for how often I should do videos. Alright, so there we go. Alright, cool. So we got that down in play. Alright, so now one of the other things I wanted to look at now that I have been here is let's compare XLM to gold. And this is going to be jacked up because I want to do this year to date. So you can see, right, if you were a gold investor year to date, you would have lost 5%. As an XLM investor, you would have gained 178%. Now, over a 1 month period, you can see still XLM is out ahead. 5 years, let's see, 5 years, not even going to be a mention because the price of XLM has been crazy. Now, that being said, if you were a gold investor over the last 6 months, you would be ahead of XLM with gold yielding a gain of almost 3%, where XLM has had a loss of 42%. And yes, hello, if you joined, hit us up in the comments. We've had some really cool comments, some really awesome support from you guys. If you want to talk about comparison regarding cryptos, let me know. We could talk about that. We could talk about everything from previous videos to what the channel is going to do, but as long as it is Stellar, I will be glad to do a stream. So yes, comment in the chat, hanging out in the studios right now. Got the lights on, loving it. Got the green screen behind me. I got the dog sleeping, enjoying myself today. How are you doing? Alright, so one of the other things I wanted to talk about too with Stellar, again, if you are just joining, okay, one of the big bits of information that was a hidden little nugget I just revealed to you today, and again, network upgrade vote November 3rd. Keep that in mind. We usually see price fluctuation around those network vote dates. Why? Because Stellar gets in the news, and when it's in the news, people are curious about it. So keep that, mark it on your calendar, November 3rd, Protocol 18 vote. There might be some buying and trading opportunities found in that time period. All right, so yep, that is what we were talking about with Protocol 18. Some of the other big stories that have been going on recently has been their monthly newsletter, but this one, the college partnerships, and again, the Enterprise Fund. I had talked about this one earlier. The Enterprise Fund, it is a matching fund, $500,000 for companies that are going to build utilizing Stellar. Now, I don't know if I have anyone in my audience that is that tech savvy, that, yes, Stellar, if they have a whole bunch of cool funds, they also have things that you should apply for if you want to build on their blockchain. Yes, gold is funny, but gold is a great hedger against inflation. So yes, Adam, ripping on the gold. I know, it's cool. I like gold because I have a very diversified portfolio. For as much high-risk stuff as I have in my portfolio, I have that and then some in terms of gold and just kind of slow-moving assets, just to balance my risk ratio out. If my whole portfolio was crypto, I would probably have no hair left because of the price fluctuations. So I at least have a decent chunk of my portfolio in precious metals, which helps me hedge the inflation, but also keeps the hair a little bit more, I don't know, reddish color because, you know. HKIS says, do you have any buy-sell strategies around November 3rd? Okay, so around these protocol votes, this is how I look at them. I look at the profit-taking crashes that happen right after news like this, okay? People have already bought, right? And that's the thing, right? They buy the rumor, sell the news. So Protocol 18 has not happened yet. The vote hasn't happened yet, but people already know it is going to happen, right? They're going to vote yes for Protocol 18. People have already priced in that action. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the buying opportunity once the news hits that, oh, okay, the hoopla is over. You see the correction. That's what I'm looking at right now, HKIS, is a buying opportunity post announcement, right? Maybe even right before the announcement, just right there, seeing if there's an opportunity. So I'm accumulating funds again, and I'm only buying sub 30 for now. That is my target point. So yes, funny gold, and do you have any buying sell strategy around November 3rd? Yeah, definitely. And the reason we're talking about November 3rd is because November 3rd is when the vote for Protocol 18 is going to happen, and that is when we usually see some volatility regarding Stellar XLM. So yes, before we're talking about that, matching fund, huge, because if you are a developer, enterpriser, and so forth, and you are cool with crypto and know how to work with this stuff, Stellar can help you out. They have a whole bunch of lumens available for you, yes, to help your project out. So check out their Twitter page, learn lots of good stuff out there, awesome information out there for everyone. Okay, so now let's take a look at this here. So now if we're looking at opportunities for pricing and so forth, let's go back to candlesticks just so we can kind of see. All right, so what I'm thinking right here is in recent terms, okay, and I'm talking about recent terms because when I look at trading for crypto, I really believe that the window is very recent because of the volatility, where other equities, they have bigger trading windows, bigger resistance points time-wise, because they're not, the volatility is not there, so the window's bigger. I'm looking at this. I'm going to look at some targets, and you can see in recent history, 3 weeks ago, yep, about 2 weeks ago, two and a half weeks ago, the price was as low as 26 cents, right? 26 cents. So you actually had 2 days where you get hit in at 26 cents. So in terms of price targets, yeah, I'm going to be aggressive. I might even tweak my buy order because my buy order right now is set to, I think it was like 29.30, 29.40, something like that. I might set a secondary buy in that's going to be a little bit lower. I might try to get greedy and maybe make a larger purchase right around that I might try to get greedy and try to hit like a 2670, something like that. That would really give me a huge short-term upsell bump, because think from that 2670, if that goes back up, 10 cents from there, I mean, I'm up close to 35%. So I mean, for me then to get to 36, 37, you can see we've already had a week of time here with that, and we had it back here as well. Those opportunities will be there. So yeah, if I could see it at 2650, 2640, 2670, I'll probably go real heavy, make a large order in. Otherwise, yep, I'm just going to keep pounding at 2940, 29, sub 30s, I think you're good to go. So yeah, HKIS, there you go. That answers your question. Yeah, and that's... in HKIS, to be honest with you, don't time it. I'm telling you right now. If you try to time your trades perfectly, you will miss out. Just make something, man. Just make something. It is better to make 10, 20% on something than to sit there holding and making nothing. All right? So don't get greedy. And look at it too, right? So you buy a few days before. Let's see what happens with the sticks here, okay? We had a huge price fluctuation yesterday, okay? I mean, we had almost 10-15% change yesterday, 10-15% change from high to low yesterday, with a couple of these candlesticks dipping here. I mean, this one hit into the low 32. So, I mean, there's opportunities out there. There really are. So don't feel like you have to time it with a set date, right? Don't say, hey, it's got to be November 1st to November 6th. It's nothing like that. Find the price you want to get in. Make that your target and be ready for it and hit it, okay? My thing is, I say this, right? Plan your trade, trade your plan, right? So think of, and for me, when I want to plan my trade, I want to know what price do I want to get in at it, how long do I want to hold it for at most, and what do I want to make out of it? I answer those three things. So the price I want to buy it, how long am I willing to be without that money, and what is the percentage I want to make? So if my goal is to make 30% and I'm only giving myself 2 months with this chunk of money, I got to hit that, okay? If it happens in the first 2 days, I hit it, I sell, I get out, I move on. I don't sit there and go, well, what if it hits 30 or 40? No, that was my particular goal, and I keep increasing those gains over time. That is called incremental growth, and a lot of people do it with trading. So don't always try to hit the big home runs. Just keep building, building, and building, and incrementing your growth. Incrementing. I don't know if I could say that the right way, but incremental growth, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, HKIS, hopefully that helps you out, man. Don't be so tied up with dates. Try to find the price you want to hit it. What is your goal, right? Do you want to make 10%? Do you want to make 15%? Because think, if you made 15% all year long, you'd be doing good on an investment, right? I mean, a lot of hedge funds are making 6, 7, 8%. A lot of traders, right? A lot of funds out there, just general funds, not even hedge funds. A lot of funds out there aren't even making big gains. So think about it, right? With crypto, you can make it. You just cannot get greedy with your price action. So HKIS, hopefully that helps you out, man. Glad to help. So yeah, we're just looking at some recent pricing with Stellar right now. Lots of good information down here. Lots of double bottom patterns showing their head, okay? And I wanted to highlight on that right now. You've got this one right here. You've got a double bottom hitting you with lows in the 26s. Here's your head right here. Your head high was at 31. Cleared the head. Once it cleared the head, it moved on. So you have a double bottom pattern that happened right here. You also have one that happened right here in July. And let's go to this one, right? You had this one right here, and I'll scrunch it, right? You had the head, bottom here, head right here. And again, check out that head right around 29, 30 cents. So the patterns are repeating themselves, right? You're seeing the same patterns, right? A low, retest it again, double bottom with the head. The moment, check it out, the moment it clears that head, look at the bull run that happens. The bull run that happens is usually 20% on that. So again, let's look at this pattern right here. Double bottom, right? Once it clears the head, which is right here, look what happened again. It cleared it, okay? So people are technically trading on the double bottom pattern in Stellar XLM. If you're into stuff like that, let me know. I like doing stuff like this too. I try not to do a lot of video stuff with it because I don't want people to get lost with some of the technicals. And I like doing more of a news presentation than a price presentation. But if you want to do charting stuff, let me know. Welcome, or I'm glad to do it. And welcome everyone here. Welcome to the live stream. Was totally impromptu live stream today. I don't know how long I'll go on. It all depends on the time. I can't even tell you how long I've been going on. But please make sure when you swing by, let me know who's here. Hit the like button, support the channel, watch our other videos. Let me know how we can help you. All right. We got 7 people now in the house hanging out with us. And again, we are talking all things Stellar today. We are talking about where you find the Stellar news. We're talking about where you find Stellar pricing action, and we're talking strategies. Yes, strategies for Stellar XLM. What are your thoughts on the stream like this? What do you guys think? How do you feel regarding this stream setup? Is it fun? Is it enjoyable? And are you getting value out of this content? Let me know. Hit me up in the chats. Hit me up in the comments. I'm answering questions now. If you've got them, post them. I'll answer it. Might even open the doors up to questions that are not related to Stellar, but I would rather stick with Stellar-related topics. So hit them up in the chats. Thank you, everyone, for supporting the channel. Let's keep rolling. See what we got going on here. Holy crap. And we have a big, big story right now. I just found this one. Holy crap. Who is this? Let's go to Immersive Reader. Let's see this. We're going to break this right now, and I'll probably end up having to... All right. Stellar helps financial tech firm raise $145 million to expand crypto capabilities after its partnership with Visa and Circle. Ooh. According to an article by Forbes, financial giants Visa, Stellar, and USDC issued by Circle. Yes, issued by Circle. Yes. Has a partnership. Tala has now acquired $145 million in funding to expand its crypto offerings and capabilities. Yes, if you are watching this stream right now, I am breaking this news now before even making it into a video. So I'm going to have to go back later, make it into a video, but you are catching this now. Tala raised $145 million, which is going to help fund its crypto offerings and capabilities. YouTube watcher in the house, saying hi with the thumbs up. I'm with you, YouTube watcher. Glad you are here. Glad you are all here. Thank you so much for hopping on to the stream. But let's see what this article has, because we just found this one, and let's break it. Funding round E, which brought the company another $145 million, saw the Stellar Development Foundation and Upstart among its investors. Yes, SDF and Upstart among its investors in round E funding. Ooh. Okay, this just gets better and better. Okay, so the CEO told Forbes that they're thinking of launching a crypto wallet for their unbanked users on the Stellar blockchain. Okay, so what are the unbanked users? The unbanked users is this, okay? Cash versus non-cash transactions, and that is what this chart is here. Blue represents your cash transactions, and orange is your non-cash transactions. So check it out. This is what Visa, Tala, and Circle are going for. They're going after the blue pie. These cash-based societies that have been left out by traditional banking and financial systems. So let's get back to that article. So the So the CEO told Forbes they're thinking of launching a crypto wallet for their unbanked users on the Stellar blockchain. All right, so here we go. I've always thought that having their digital wallet be on Stellar and be able to leverage the fast, affordable, secure payment rails that Stellar offers with Tala's user base could expand their reach. Huge news. And we got Kristen Bauman just briefly creeping while eating lunch at work. Lunch, we're talking Rickabenny's, we're talking George's, a lot of good food. If you watched some of the other content, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. So shout out to you, Kristen, out there. Dude, seriously, we wanted to go to Rickabenny's. My wife did it the last time she was out there. I did not get a chance. We wanted to go to George's so bad, but they're closed on Sundays, and we were super bummed out about that. So shout out to Kristen. She was paying attention. She watched the video. She saw the food hint that I threw out there. So good for you, Kristen. All right. So now let's get back to that article. With the money raised in this funding series, Tala's total funding now amounts to $350 million. Yes, Tala has now been able to raise $350 million, and that is going to help expand crypto awareness and crypto availability. And guess what? They chose Stellar. Yes, they chose Stellar. So if you were watching the stream, you are getting breaking news before I even get a chance to make this into a video. Yep, I'm going to have to make this into a video because this Visa Tala story is huge. And I'm going to have to make this into a video for those that could not have watched this live stream because that is big, right? Series E funding, Stellar, bringing more to that, helping those that are cash-based societies and prefer cash banking to, have those opportunities. All right, so yes, thank you everyone. Loving it, hanging out here, having a lot of fun. This live stream has been great. It's gone on for quite some time now. I can't even tell you how long it's gone on. Let's take a quick look, see if my dashboard says how long it's been going on. We have been going on live for 1 hour. 1 hour and 10 minutes. Yep. All right, and so Kristen asked, hoping there will be a replay so I can see what I missed here. Yes, Kristen, don't worry. What I'm going to do is as soon as I'm done with the live stream, okay, I am going to take it and I'm going to re-dump it into the system so that you will be able to watch it. I will tell you this, there was a whole bunch of information in the beginning. We went hardcore on pricing. So if you're just tuning in now and you missed the live stream, yes, I will have it available on the page. We go over everything from pricing. We had a huge Q&A part in the beginning. So if you scroll up on the old chat box, you'll see all the questions that were asked, and we answered all of them. So yes, Kristen, I got your back. I'm going to post it once I'm done with this. I'm also going to have to do a video regarding Visa and Tala because, man, Visa, Tala, and Circle, big funding project that just launched. I'm going to have to do more details, but yes, if you're watching this now, this is the breaking news, catching it before it is even launching. So, yep, there you go. That is what we're talking about. We hit some pricing up earlier. We talked about pricing opportunities. We talked about trading opportunities. We talked about November 3rd. Yes, November 3rd. Do you know why November 3rd is such a big date? Do you? Have you been watching for a while? November 3rd is a big date. Why? Because if we hop over here, we're going to see that, yes, Protocol 18. Yeah, Protocol 18, the vote for it is November 3rd. So look for some buying, trading opportunities regarding Stellar around that November 3rd time frame. Yes, people hopping in and out of the stream all day, having fun with it. We've been doing this one now for just over an hour, about an hour and 15 minutes. So if you have a question, ask. It doesn't matter if someone's already asked it. I'm doing these streams just so people have chances, different times of the day, to hit me up with questions. Also, let me know in the chat box, what do you think of the sound? What do you think of the picture quality? Let me know. I'm totally interested. Give me the feedback. I might do a few more streams today just to help people out that are in different time zones across the world. Yes, because we do have Canadian watchers, we have European watchers, we have watchers from all over, and I am thankful for the fans out there. So yep, smash the like button, drop a comment, drop something in the chats, and say hello. I totally appreciate it. And again, let me know, what do you think of the sound? What do you think of the studio? What are your questions regarding Stellar? We've been talking Protocol 18. We've been talking prices. Breaking news with Stellar, Visa, Tala, and Circle. Huge news with that. Again, if you want to know about that, I just talked about it, but I will gladly talk about it more. Hit it up in the comments. I think what we're going to do, we're probably going to end this stream here real soon. So again, if you are just hopping on, this stream will be posted up on the available videos. I will stream again just a little bit later today. I'm just going to do a few of these. You guys, this has been great. So Klaus, Family Hobbies and Cards, check out the stream, check out the channel, and thank you so much for participating.